Evening, citizens of YouTube, or morning or afternoon, depending on whatever time you're watching this. This is just a quick review slash testimonial of this product, Bars Leak. I never heard of this. However, it was recommended to me by a friend, and I checked it out. I got it at AutoZone. And essentially, the gist of it is quick history on this car. I'll preface this by saying I've had horrible luck with cars. My first car broke down. Second car broke down. Third car I could have kept for a while, but I crashed it and it was completely unsalvageable. This is on my fourth car right here. It's a Ford 2005. And what's been happening was one time it's been overheating. And the first time it was overheating was because of the fans. Got that fixed. And another thing off is this car's had a lot of work done. I've had the PCM, something to do with the coils. I've had the transmission looked at. The alternator changed. This car has gone through the ringer. I've just finished driving it home from work. That's misleading. Right before, oh my God, shut up. Right before I turned the vehicle off, this was all the way on hot. So this car does still have issues. But anyways, getting to the point, the second time that this car started overheating, which is not too long ago, was nothing would ever stay in the radiator coolant reservoir. And that was always frustrating. About like after every 10 minutes, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of driving, this tank would always be empty. And that was drive me insane. I would have to always have bottles of coolant, bottles of water, and I'd always have to twist the cap off, add a whole bottle of water just to fill it up. And by the time I've made it about like 5 minutes off, it would have dripped out already. Until my friend recommended me this, getting back to the point of the video. So essentially it's a two-parter. One part's blue, another part is silver. And the radiator, one of these tubes, I couldn't tell you which one, was leaking. With like a camera, I tried going through the car to see where the leak was, and it would always drip out underneath, and I would never be able to find where the leak was. But after I added this, it's self-explanatory if you read the label. Quick misnomer, make sure to shake well. I didn't shake it well on my first try. But after driving the car around for about 4 or 5 days, I've yet to need to add any coolant. And I just tossed out a whole bunch of water bottles that was in my car. So if you have a leaking radiator, yeah, definitely consider getting a Bars Leak. This system, the cooling system repair, only cost me about $10, $11 at AutoZone. Reasonably priced. I got a quote to fix like 10 or 15 other problems on this car for $2,400. This is a 2005 Ford. I've already pumped in well over that much. I've pumped in at least about like $3,000 or $4,000 to fix this car. It was a gift from my dad. But at what point do you just consider, no, that's too much, I could just save up for a new car? But at the very least, if you're having issues where you have to keep pumping water or coolant into the radiator reservoir or straight into the radiator, that's not accessible to this car, and you have to keep pumping it and pumping it and pumping it, definitely consider getting some Bars Leak, because yeah, it seals it up. Because as I've mentioned, I've yet to see any major leakages, or I've yet to catch like any leaks under my car. So again, yeah, definitely give it a chance, give it a try. I'd say there's very little, if anything at all, to risk. So yeah, Bars Leak, thumbs up.